Hi everybody and welcome along to our Tim Holtz style, well Tim Holtz actually, accordion book. We've left the cover and we've done this page and yesterday we did this lovely lady in a window frame. So today we're on to this page, and as usual I have cut out a piece of card paper from the backdrop set to be the base that I'm going to build on, and then I'll stick this down onto there. So let's pop that away for the time being in case it gets grimy or dirty. I'll just get my ink out and a dauber. I'm not as organised as I thought I was, and I'm just going to go around this. You shouldn't really see too much of it, but you know, just to be sure. It's a kind of a different page today, because I think I've exhausted the ladies for the time being, the ladies and the flowers. But this one should look good as well, I hope. Obviously. Right, there we go. So that's inked around. Now, what I have done is I have taken one of the pocket cards, this one in fact, out of the set. They come this size, a medium size and a small size, and I've taken this is one of the large ones, and I just need to check that it's the same height as that. It should be, because it's 6 inches. Yeah, I think that's fine, and I'm going to build on that. Actually, I just need to take a whisker off that. Just a mere whisker. Yeah, that much. It was just over 6 inches. I don't know why that should be. So what I'm going to have to do now is round my corners so they all look the same, and it's 1/4 of an inch. So let's do that in the 1/4 of an inch ones. In fact, I'm going to go around the whole card and do them all with this, and then I know at least they're all the same. There we are. So they're all the same now. That much we know. So that's going to go on this side here, like that. I guess I didn't need to round these 2 corners, but never mind, they're rounded now. And then, excuse me, I'm going to add one of these, and these are called, what are they called? They come like this. There's 3 sizes, and they're called flashcards, and they've got a word on either side, so there's loads. I don't know if it says how many there are, but 45 double-sided, so it's quite a lot. And I want this, I'm going to just remove the base at the moment and just build this up, just so I get it how I want it. This is one of the transparent wings, which I like a lot, and I've selected the word wings there. And then I've got this guy. He's not from the minis, he's from the original ones, and he's obviously leaning on something, so I want him to lean on that letter W and have these wings behind him, which I kind of like the idea of. So yeah, so that's that. And then the only other thing, because the collage card's done it all for me, there's not really much work to do. I want this up there like that, so I've got the wings of the fly as well, and then I'm going to put the bit that I've chopped off over here. So let's just chop that up now so we can see the whole idea of the thing. So I want the whole bee, oops, I'm going to have to do this by eye because it's too little really for this. Oh, might be all right. Let's try that. A bit more. not straight. Tiny bit more. Let's try that. So that's going to go on this side about here, all be inked around, and then that's going to go up there. Maybe even up to the top, I don't know, yeah, probably. Right, so let's get inking. Let's ink what we need to ink. So this needs to be inked. And it's going to take a while to dry on this, I would have thought, because it's quite shiny. But we have got a heat tool, so we don't need to wait too long. And that's that one done. I won't put them on there. Let's ink these little bits. No, I'll leave that as is. Makes such a difference when you ink things. I know some of you are following along with this. I know Judy posted hers. She's done the first page, and it's absolutely wonderful. Well done. And I'd really love to see any more. If any more of you are following along, if you go to the Facebook group, Miss Paint-A-Lot's Junk Journal group, and ask to join, there's 3 questions that you have to answer, but you know they're not they're not rocket science. But if you don't answer them, you won't get in, I'm afraid. So answer the 3 questions, and then once you remember, you can post your pictures of this accordion book if you wish. Or you can follow along with what others are doing. It's always nice to see what others do. Because nobody's got exactly the same... Well, I doubt anybody's got exactly the things that I've got. You can use something similar, can't you? And very often gives a very different look to things. Right, there we go then. That's everything, I think, inked around. So... that's going to go there. I'm just going to take my heat tool over that because, as predicted, it's quite sticky still. I think that should be okay. So that's going to go there. I just need to get the placing of the wings correct. I'm going to have to bring that up a bit, otherwise he's not going to be leaning on it. To there. Now his wings. I want them just there, like that. So I think I need to clip these down so I can glue the wings and slide them into position, as it were. So I'm just going to put a clip on there, and then I'll know where to put the wings, because they're the bottom layer. They're the layer that you need to stick on first, obviously. So I'm going to use my art glitter glue, but I don't know where it's gone. It's falling down, that's why I can't see it. There we go. And the ones that I've stuck of these already, you actually couldn't see the glue through them, so I was a bit worried about it, because I thought, oh, I bet you're going to see the glue and it'll look a mess. But they didn't actually. So just putting it around the edge there, and then I'm going to slide it into the position that I want, which is about down a little touch, come down, come down, come down to there. Right, okay, so I can now take my towel and rub off. I can take these off now because I know where this is going. Rub off any extraneous glue that you've got. I always seem to manage to get glue everywhere. But you see, you can't see the glue through that. It's quite incredible, really. I love it. So the next thing is this, and we need to make sure we get that in the right place with this fella. So his toes are touching the bottom of the card, and he goes there exactly. So let's clip him. Oh, just moved it. He goes there. Get him right with the wings. Okay, just clip his feet, and then we can see then exactly where we need to get that. Excellent. Bit of glue. And I'm loving these transparent wings. They had such a different sort of dimension to the whole page. Makes it kind of surreal. I quite like it. Right. So we want to get that in under him. He's leaning right on that word, on the letter, I mean to say. That comes right down to the bottom, like that. Yeah, that's fine. Is that square? Squarish, I think. Let's have a look. Yeah, that's all right. Right, so let's just press that down as well. It's taking off a whole lot of ink, that when I did that, but it's okay because it still looks inked. And now we've got the little fella himself. Just makes a difference if you ink them from the back. It takes away that white line that's around them. You know, the actual thickness of the paper, not a physical white line around them. So we want him leaning on there, like that, a little bit over. Yeah. That's great. That's marvellous. There we are. Right. So the next thing is the fly. Is it a fly? Is it a bee? I don't know. It's a winged insect. So I'm going to pop that there. And I'm going to glue this down, but I'm going to come back over it in a minute with something else. So I just want that there. Just up to the edge. Like that. Press that down. I'll put the other one on as well. So I'm gluing these on, but I'm going to come back over with something you'll see in a sec. That's just a nice number. I just like that. Don't know why, I just do. Kind of balances the black up as well, really, because there's a lot of black at the bottom. There we go. Right. So what I'm going to do is, I've got some faux aged sellotape, like this. And it's just ordinary clear packing tape, sellotape as we call it in this country, that I've gone over with some alcohol dyes, alcohol inks, in caramel, latte and ginger, but you probably don't need all three. And I'm just going to use them as if these bits had been stuck on with this, if they want to come off. Come on. There we go. Right, so I've got a bit here, which is obviously miles too much. But they stick on here and they stay on here for ages. So, and now I'm going to just tear down there. And I think that piece that I've got here will be enough for both pieces. I'm going to take that end off there that's a bit moth-eaten. And let's just cut a piece off. And that's going to go there as if it's holding that down. And I can't say now whether I want another bit or not. Let's just take a little bit. Do I like it with two on? No, I think that's excessive. It's like I've just found it and want to use it, which is pretty near the truth, to be fair. But so I'll save those for another day later on in the journal, whatever. And that's that. And I do think they look very authentic, to be honest. That does look like a piece of aged packing tape. It looks a little bit on the square side for my liking, so I'm just going to unpeel it. It needs to be stuck down because, as you can see, it peels off relatively easily. And I'm going to just snip into the end again and see if I can get this to tear but not straight. No, it wants to tear straight. Oh well, that's fine. That's fine if it makes it happy. Who am I to argue? So I'm just putting a little bit of glue on the back here, because I know from experience if I don't, it'll rise. Just stick that on there like that, and that looks like it's been stuck on using the tape, whereas, as we know, we glued it on. So there we are, that's that. And that's pretty much that piece, at any rate, finished. It's got a bit of something on there, that's it. Right, so what we can do now is actually stick that onto there. So I want to bring my journal back in because I'm not sure which side I want that sort of pocket at. Don't think it's going to make a heck of a lot of difference, to be honest, but I'm going to have it on this side. No other reason than I like it there. Looks nice there as well, but I'm going to stick it to there, and it's going to become a pocket. So it's a pocket card that's become a pocket. So this is the one I don't want to glue. So just run a bead of glue around there, and we will have a pocket. Well, the weather here has taken a grave turn for the worse. It's snowing, it's been snowing off and on through the night and off and on through today. Mr. F was going to go out and have a cant around the charity shops, but there's no fun to be had really when it's like this. It's too cold and miserable. So he's put that off till tomorrow. He hasn't been to the charity shops for ages. He hasn't brought me any hauls of goodiness for ages. But like I say, there's no fun to be had today. Right, so there we are. We've got our pocket in there now. This is going to get stuck down. And this is a piece of, I'm not sure whether to call it paper or card actually, from the backdrops set 3. It's like that on one side, which is very nice, and it's like that on the other, but I prefer that, obviously, because it's flowers. So I'm going to bring out my envelope punch board, which I don't feel I've used for ages, and I'm going to make it as if it's file folder type thing. So I'm going to put it there. I haven't done a trial of this, so it might work or it might not work. And then I'm gonna kind of want it to there, really. Try it to there. Yeah, I think that'll be fine. I think so. Time will tell, won't it? So, look at this. I've got a brand new, still in its packaging, cutting board. So let me in. It's purple and pink. The purple side is the metric side. Oh, I'll have to go in the bin later on and get that plastic bag. I like using them for keeping, when I've prepped a project, I keep everything together. Oh, look at that. Wow, put your sunglasses on, it's amazing. That's brilliant. Right, and I just want to cut these excess pieces off. So let's use the marks that are on the board, shall we? That seems like a jolly good idea. Oh, I still can't pick anything up off here either. So I'm going to put that on there like that. Square it all up. Wow, this is so exciting, isn't it, having a new board? I know it's probably not that exciting to you, but it certainly is to me. I won't be using it that often, so if the pink is driving you bonkers, don't worry, it won't be out that often. I just want my scalpel. which is in my organised jar of tools over here. I know, I'm not exactly sure what's going on with me. I'm a bit tidy at the minute. So I want to just bring that up to the bottom of the dips, like that. Oops, a daisy. Make sure it's all square, and then cut off the bottom one. Oops. Yeah, cut off the bottom one. Like so. Cut off the top one. And there we are, we're left with some sort of file folder type thing. Let's put my scalpel away. Right, let's put this away before I blind you all with its brightness. It's kind of nice though, isn't it? And I'm going to ink around there. This backdrop paper accepts ink really nicely. It's never a problem with it not drying on it or anything. Actually, before I do that, I'm just going to round the corners of this because it's a pocket, you know, it's going inside a pocket, and they go in much more easily if you've rounded the corners. There we go. Right, now then, I'll ink side two. It's nice this side as well, but I decided I'd have the flowers. Right, so that's that inked. Now then, when I was cutting that just now with the scalpel, I've slipped, look, and I've got this, which isn't good. Don't like it. So what I'm going to do is get my sellotape out again, and I'm going to fix it with some of this. That's the best I can do, because I don't really want to scrap this, it's too nice. So I can just pop that. Well, this is the right side, so let's put it on this side. And that will fix it perfectly. Let's just cut that out. It was just a mistake, my hand slipped. I got too over keen, that was the problem. It's too keen. There we go, right. So I'm just going to put a tiny little bit of glue in behind that, and then we'll be all right. Oh, that was my tweezers, entering stage left and exiting stage right. Straight through. So let's just pick this up a little bit, pop a little bit of glue in there. That's sufficient. And a little bit at this side. And it'll just keep that together instead of wasting it, which I really don't want to do. Lay down the glue. I'm just going to squish that down. If you haven't made this mistake, then obviously you don't need to do this. But actually I think it looks quite nice anyway. Sort of adds to the authenticity of the whole thing. And there's only you and me that know that the real reason why it's there, so you don't tell anybody and I won't, we'll be all right. Okay, now I could put something on here, but what I want to do is put something down here, and I want to use these remnant rubs that I showed you yesterday. They're so nice. I just think they'll look lovely down there. That was before I realised I was going to make a muck-up, but it doesn't matter, don't worry about it, we'll be fine. So what am I going to add to there? I've got that number 509. Oh, that one there. That's quite nice. Let's cut this one out. If it's going to fit on, we'll see once we get it cut out whether it will or it won't. I think it will. Okay, will it fit? Just about. Yeah, that's all right. Just about is good enough. Take the backing off like that. Try not to stick your thumb on it like I just did. And we'll put that there. Oh yeah, that's lovely. Get your lolly stick and burnish it down. I do love these remnant rubs. I have actually, let's fess up, I have actually ordered some more. Not of these exact ones, because I've still got quite a lot of these to go, but there are other sets available, and when they come I'll show you them. That's not rubbed off quite enough yet. That looks like it is now though. Kind of comes off of its own volition when it's ready. I'm not sure. Is that 10 done? Let's just give it another quick rub. There we go, that's perfect. Oh, look at that. That looks really nice. That's pleased me. And so I think that that's sufficient really for that, for this page. As I say, you can go ahead, you can put anything you like on there, and maybe I will eventually, but I don't think I need it today. That's going to fit into there like that. The other option that I had was I could have put an eyelet in there and dangled something off it. It's possible that I still might do that as well, but for the time being I think he looks fine. I like it. So let's glue him in position. This is one paper I'm not actually keen of in the backdrops paper, but there's got to be one or two, hasn't there, you know, and they're double-sided, so it's not as if the whole piece of paper is a write-off because you don't like one pattern. I do really like the backdrops. They're so much easier to cut into than a piece of 12 by 12. And actually I like the designs more because they don't have to conform to, you know, memoranda, etc., whatever. They can be more varied, and I like that. So, which way are you going? This way. Let's get him down where he belongs. Get him clipped in place. Get my towel out because he feels a bit gluey. I do like this fabric that I've chosen for the hinge part of the accordion book. It's really nice. It's a Tim Holtz fabric. So there we are. It's fairly plain and fairly simple, but yeah, he will do. And I'm just going to whip around it with some clips. I don't think it particularly needs it, but makes me feel better. And then when I come back to it later to take a photograph for Instagram, it'll be all ready to go. Thank you very much to everybody who likes my posts on Instagram. It heartens me. There we go. So that's that. That's today's page. Come on, heart. What are you playing at? There you go. today's page done and dusted. I hope you like it. It's nice, and I like the I'm really glad I made that mistake because I love that bit of sellotape there. I just want to show you my other journal, my other little Timmy journal that I'm making alongside this one. This one's a bit more rustic, let's say. I think I've shown it to you already, the mushroom page with a tag, the fabric pocket page, it's got that, and it's got a tag in the back. This one, that's the flip down. She's just beautiful, she's so beautiful. And just, they hold that in place. This one, it's got a little journaling card that comes out. And this is the one I made yesterday. Turned out to be a bit of a whopper, really. I've got a game spinner here holding it all down. So if you just turn the game spinner around, this is the first page, and turn it over and you've got that on the back. This is the second page, which I washi tape, I glued, of course, and washi taped in place. And this is just a little, I can't remember what that was. Might have been a collage square, I can't remember. And a couple of tickets from the Timmy's ticket book, but I stamped them on the back as well with stamps, so they look, you know, they're not just one-sided anymore, and they tuck into there. Then we've got this dapper chapper, one of the portraits, and I just popped that behind. That is a collage tile, one of the strips, word strips or whatever, I think they're called something like that. And then behind all that, we've got this lady, and she's got wings, and it says, "If only she could fly." I don't know why that just seems so melancholic to me. I don't know why I did it even. So she lives in there, and then these both pages turn round, and the game spinner just holds them in place like that. So that was yesterday's page for me in this journal. So today I will move on to this. So that's kind of it, really. Thank you very, very much for joining me again. We're getting on through it. The next one is a cover page. I'll have to get our thinking hats on for that one. So yeah, thanks very much for joining me. I've enjoyed it. I like the outcome. I think it looks great. And I'll see you very, very soon. Bye for now.